Back while I was filming in churches, I met someone who would change my life forever. Her name is Heidi Baker. Heidi and her husband, Roland, invited me to come out to their home in Mozambique to see what God was up to. Suddenly, I was going to Africa, and my whole world was once again about to be rearranged. This is Francis. Francis was dead once, but as you can see here, he's now very much alive. Before I'd even reached Mozambique, I met Francis here, who came to see me at the airport in Johannesburg. Iris Ministries, which is where I was heading, has seen nearly 100 people raised from the dead in the last 7 years. Francis is one of them. Here is his story.
We were at the hall at the 23rd of September 2003. I was the one who was responsible to welcome the guests. As I was just outside speaking to the guests, just welcoming them, then I decided to lock up the gate because it was almost about dark. As I was about to lock the gate, 4 men came to me, approaching me. Then I thought that those people want to get into the hall to have fellowship with us. Then immediately as I was looking at them, then they grabbed me, they started beating me. As they were starting beating me, then I asked them, what is happening? Then they said, no, we want to kill you today. That's your last day. Then I tried to fight back. Then all my attempts failed because there were four men. And then after that, after they've assaulted me and beating me, then I didn't know later what happened.
Somebody finds an old car and they get the body to the hospital. And Surpraiser goes with them. They don't know what to do. They get to the hospital. They killed him about 11 o'clock, and about 12:15, Surpraiser's praying. The whole entire conference is praying. They don't know what else to do. The whole place is praying. 12:15 at night at the hospital, Franzi starts to breathe and he comes back to life.
Now, I originally thought that was the end of the story, but it's not. In fact, it's not even the best part of the story.
He's just in a complete mess. By now his eyes are swollen shut, his mouth is swollen shut, he can't talk, he's just in a total physical mess. Looks like it's going to take him just ages and ages to recover. But he's alive. There's a whole gang of these guys. And the police later in the morning finally finds one of them. And they're so proud of themselves, they call the church, come on down here, press charges, sign papers, we'll get this guy in jail right now. But last night, when Franzi came back to life, just before they put him out for the night, he managed to croak out between his swollen lips, he managed to croak out, forgive them. It's the only thing he could say. It's the only thing he did say is just forgive them. And that got back to the church. So when the police called to come down to press charges and sign papers, the whole church agrees we're not going to do that. We're just going to forgive him. The police are really upset. This is not how to handle crime in South Africa. And they keep demanding that somebody come down and press charges. But the entire church with one voice said, no, we're not going to do that. As soon as they forgave this guy, told the police absolutely no, the phone call came from the hospital that Franzi was totally and completely healed. Not a scratch on him, not a bruise on him. You could see him talk perfectly normally. There was 100% nothing wrong with him. They had no reason to keep him overnight till Monday. So they told the church to come get your guy right now. And then he goes down to get the guy out of jail who killed him the night before.
Then I went to the police station and asked to the police officer there just that I want to see that man. And then after that, then I asked them just to release that man because I've already forgiven him. The police, the officers firstly denied my request because they said, how will you forgive someone who has beaten you to death like this? Then I said to them, no, this guy doesn't know what he did. And then the police then accept my request. Then they released him. Then I hugged him and tell him that God loves him. Then I said to him, no, my brother, I will urge you just to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior and go back home happy.
Well, he did become a Christian, and then he went to Bible school. And today, he can't stop telling everyone he meets about how God changed the heart of a murderer through one act of forgiveness by a dead guy.